SD Productions presents Minimum Wage Sentai by Stephen Bove, read to you by the author. Chapter 6, He's Our Only Hope? Really? At a secret meeting at the Pentagon, leaders from all around the world and generals from all different armed forces came together to try and decide how they were going to handle the problem. The Zorgans had already started abducting people. "We should nuke them," shouted one general. "Have you ever seen Independence Day?" asked another. "Or any movie involving these freaks? Nukes do nothing and just cost us lives and land." "That's a movie," shouted another. Then Puppy and Zordon entered the room. As they did, the room fell silent. Using nukes would do nothing. All your weapons would do is knock out their shields for around 5 minutes. "That gives us enough time," said a general from North Korea. "Send up the bombs," he continued. "No, you stupid half-breed," yelled another general. This one was from South Korea. "Did you even listen to Zordan? Yes, they are only over the Americans now. So we attack now, after we leave, of course, and we only lose these countries." "I'll shoot you before you get on that plane," said the United States of American general. "It's our only way," said the North Korean. "The needs of the many," said the South Korean. "Okay, let's say you idiots go through with your plan. How many nukes do you got? 30? 50? Well, the safe limit that would dust out the entire sun is around, what, 50? Okay, so yeah, you say maybe the middle of Eurasia and most of Africa, because the rest of the world will have radiation poisoning or will be dead. Then what?" "We rebuild," said a general from one of the African countries. "They have more ships," said Puppy. "This is a Class B mothership. It carries around 400,000 crew members, about the same amount of warriors, and now have 342 ships at their disposal." "We're boned then," said the general from Canada. "No, we have one known fighter alive and healthy," said Zordan. "Before they crashed, my team was able to get close enough to scan the smaller ships as well as high enough to get good access point at the mothership. Now, it will be a suicide mission, but if we send Jackie up there using the transporter, you mean to tell me you're going to send your old orange fighter up to unchanged, and she's going to what? Kill them all by herself?" asked the general from the United States. "Yes and no. Now, our transporters can get through their ship's shields, but we can only teleport organic matter, which is why our fighters wore armor made out of living material. But we can put a bomb inside of her, and then have her change using my old changer after she removes it from her body and teleports it back to us." "How big a bomb we talking about?" asked the Korean generals at the same time. "Not that big. The Class B ships had a flaw in them that would allow us to use something no bigger than a couple sticks of C4 would do the trick," said Puppy. "Now, you said suicidal. Why?" asked the general from Brazil. "Well, if she doesn't get out of there on time, goes in the wrong room, or even gets herself caught, she'll die. Or she will die of blood loss," continued Zordan. "Sir, Jackie O'Malley has just been abducted," said a lieutenant as she walked into the room. "Well, she did have a high IQ," said the general from Canada. "Well, back to the first plan," said the general from North Korea. "Sir," shouted a reporter as she ran into the room. "What the hell?" asked the generals as this woman entered the room and was tackled to the ground. "How in the name of Sam Hill did you get in here? Or we even know we're here?" asked a general as the woman was lifted off the ground. Her fuzzy pink-lined jacket hood had been flipped over her, and she pulled her arms away from the men and flipped her hood up. "Staff Sergeant Carol Johnson, sir," said the woman as she saluted the United States American general. "I worked this detail once, and still have my access key. I took the bullet train out here from California, just to tell you all my discovery about the fighters. America had built the highly popular trains allowing people to cross the borders in all of North America and make it from the tip of Canada to the bottom of Mexico in a matter of days. The trip from Los Angeles, California to Washington, D.C. was a matter of hours." Zordan cut her off from continuing her speech. "You know they're all dead, captured, or in cryo chamber with life-threatening injuries," he said as he walked over to Carol, who had adjusted her skirt, making it so that it would not be riding up her legs. "You're wrong, sir," said Carol. "I've seen William Hawkins at a bar just hours ago. He's even mocking the fact that everyone thinks he's dead." And she pulled a VHS tape out of her purse. "I know why you didn't teleport him the first time around when you grabbed the others before the attack." "Oh?" asked Zordan. "Enlighten us, please." Carol walked over to Puppy and handed him the tape. He looked at it and then put it into his stomach. The tape was absorbed into his stomach, and then from his eyes shot out light like a projector at an old movie theater. Then, on the roof of the room, played the interview Carol had had with William, a piece she had fast-forwarded through when she showed it to her boss. "Why do you still wear your changer?" she asked. "None of your business," said Hawkins as he walked into the store he worked at. The 20th anniversary's coming up, she said. I don't care, he continued as he entered the store. Now, if you excuse me, he said as he turned around and put his middle finger up on his right hand. I have work to do. And he turned around and walked towards the back of the store. What does this prove? Asked the general from Italy. That he's some sort of, what do you Americans call it, asshole? Well, just keep watching. You can fast forward until about 10 minutes before the end of the tape. And she looked at her puppy, who nodded his head in agreement and began to fast forward through the various encounters she had had with William Hawkins. She tried to talk to him everywhere. Home, work, at dinner, at a bowling alley, even at the movies, but she was taken out because he reported her for having a camera on her in the theater, and she was kicked out and banned for life from that particular theater. Then they came to the final interview, the moment that showed her why William Billy Hawkins was still alive, even though everyone thought he was dead, and the reason why the empty pier was attacked. Is this what's bothering you? Asked Hawkins as he put his arm back and tossed the changer into the ocean. See, right there. Billy took his changer off and tossed it into the ocean, she said as Puppy froze the frame, which saw him tossing the device into the water. So that's why we got the ocean water when we grabbed him, said Zordon. Yep, replied Carol, because of his stupidity, unbeknownst to him. William Hawkins saved countless lives because he tossed his changer into the ocean. And even helped with global warming, said Puppy with a smile. So you mean to tell me, said the general from the United States, that this asshole is our only hope? Sadly, said Carol. Really, he continued as they looked at the frozen image of Hawkins tossing the changer into the water. Well, the way he's drinking, he's not going to be picked up by the Zorgans, Carol added with a laugh. Thank you, soldier, said her commanding general. You've done your country and your planet a great deal of help today. You're welcome, sir. And the best thing is, he's completely expendable, said the Canadian general. End of chapter 6.